Hey yogis, Satnam. This is Sakratar Singh, and I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite practices in Kundalini Yoga. I like things that are short but have great impact, and this is one of those Kriyas. It was named Kriya to balance the inner organs and the glandular system. Now, the glands are considered in yoga to be the guardians of your health, but we can also say they are the guardians of your youthful appearance, in that if they are functioning well, your aging process is much slower or it doesn't happen at all. No promises here, but the way you know you need this particular practice is to assess yourself. If you start to gain weight in the love handles or right under your belly button, this is a sign that the glands are starting to diminish in their activity, and this practice can help with that. Now, some props that might be helpful is a yoga block, just any old yoga block. For me, I use a prop for one of the asanas that is this kind of foam roller, but you're going to have to decide based on your ability what kind of props you might need. So the practice itself combines a sequence which uses a variation of baby pose, a variation of fish pose, a practice or posture called chair pose, and a final meditation posture called Brahm Kala. So we just do these 4 exercises in that sequence. And also, that's okay. And also, please navigate these practices to the best of your ability. But I do want to encourage you to actually get into the best version of each of the asanas that you can achieve, rather than substituting a different asana. So what that means is, as you practice, use the props that work and make sense for you. So the other part of the practice involves the pranayama that we add to these asanas, which is going to be breath of fire in this case. So breath of fire, rapid, rhythmic, powerful breath in and out through the nostrils, and in one case we do it through the open mouth as well. So let's begin. I'm going to turn so you can see my profile. We want to sit on the heels, and again, you should support yourself however you see fit for that. The hands go back by the feet. The head is kept elevated off the mat and come forward. So as you come forward, be sure you don't raise up like this. Keep this down, keep hands here. Come down as low as you can. Face parallel to the ground, and rapidly begin the breath of fire in and out through the nostrils. So we're just going to do 30 seconds of a practice here. When you're ready to end, take a deep breath in here. Hold it briefly. And as you exhale, sit up. Now, in a full practice of this Kriya, you would try to do that posture, the first one, for up to 3 minutes, or whatever you can tolerate. Second one, remain seated on the heels. It's called fish pose. I use this right under my spine as a support because I need to be a little bit off the ground, but you might need something higher. It's your call here. Remain seated on the heels. Shift how your buttock sits on the heel slightly by lifting the hips as you get down. Your arms are down by your sides. You're looking straight up at the ceiling. Eyes are open. Fix your gaze. And again, breath fire. Think about stretching your upper back really long here as you do the practice. So we'll do it for 30 seconds together. Here we go. At the end of the timing, take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath. Again, stretch your upper back. Elongate the neck. Push the feet into the earth. And exhale. And in any way you need to, I like to come up on my elbows, then my hands come all the way up. And you want to stretch your legs out in front and just give them a nice shake. The longer you stay in that pose, the more impact it will have. However, give yourself time to unwind out of it because it puts a lot of stretch on the knees, the ankles, and in fact the hips, and a particular muscle that a lot of people have lower back pain from. It's called the iliopsoas. It's a very unique muscle in that it attaches to the front of your leg, it passes through your pelvis, and attaches to your lower back. And that posture we were just in very accurately stretches the iliopsoas. So the third pose is chair. Now you want to stand all the way up, and my head is out of the frame for now, but that's okay. It's about the legs and the leg pose. It's a squatted pose. Depending on how long your legs are, you want them at least shoulder width apart. And then you're going to, and your feet can be slightly V'd out. That's how I end up in this pose. You want to squat and bring your arms between your legs like that, and then wrap them around the back of the leg to touch the ankle or the top of the foot like a vine. Now, the tailbone and the head are the same height. And here's the unique breath here is you stick your tongue way out, keep it out, and do a panting breath of fire through the mouth. We'll do this for 30 seconds, and I'm going to lift my tail again so that my head faces the ground, tongue is out. Take a deep breath in through the mouth. Close the mouth, bring the tongue inside, hold the breath, hold the posture. And exhale through the nose, and you can come out of the pose however you like, whatever makes sense. And the final thing is a meditative practice where we retake charge of our breath rate. So right now, because of the activity, I'm a little bit out of breath, but I want to come into this posture where the right forearm, palm down, rests on top of the left forearm. There is a right angle at the armpit. The eyes are focused down and inward, as if to gaze at the tip of your nose. And just start breathing strongly and very deeply. You'll find you'll be slightly out of breath from the chair pose practice. Breathing long and deep, as slow as you possibly can now. Once you recapture your breath rate and control of your breath, it may take a while, but hold the posture. Try to become like a stone Buddha statue. After about 3 minutes, you can take a deep breath in, hold it, exhale and relax. So this sequence can take as little as 5 minutes or as much as 12 to 15 if you hold each position for the full 3 minutes. You can also scale it to be a longer practice by taking the first 3 exercises, modified baby, fish pose, chair pose, and repeat them a second or a third time. So you do the full first 3 sequence, and then go back to the first one and do those 3 again. And if you choose, you can do those 3 a third time, and then you finally end up the whole practice here for about 5 minutes. That will give you close to a half an hour practice, very powerful. I know you can't sense this through the video, but my entire system is awake and stimulated by the practice. Chair pose will be your most challenging posture, although the second one, where you lay back in fish pose, is also challenging in very many ways if you're not flexible in the knees and ankles. So please be careful when you practice. If you'd like to learn more of these kind of kriyas, consider joining our level 1 Kundalini Yoga teacher training. You don't have to have the goal to be a teacher. You will deepen your knowledge of the entire universe of the teachings available through Kundalini Yoga. This is Satkatar Singh signing off. Satnam.